Hi, it's Pania. I'm back to show you how to make an adult version of the beanie I made for my girl. And this is the KNC Angel here. You'll need 2 skeins of this. This is in the color blush. It is category 5. You'll also need a K6.50 millimeter hook and a scissor and also a yarn needle. You'll also need a pom-pom. I have a grayish kind of brown pom-pom by KNC. So to begin your project, you'll make a slip knot here and then insert your hook into the slip knot and chain 2. Then here you'll wrap your yarn around the hook, insert your hook into that very first chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops, and that is your first half double crochet chainless foundation stitch. Again, you'll wrap your yarn around the hook, insert your hook into the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. And we'll repeat this stitch, so at the end of this row there should be 22 stitches. Here I am at my last stitch, the 22nd half double crochet chainless foundation stitch, and then you turn your work over, and in row 2 chain 1, you'll wrap your yarn around your hook, insert your hook into the very first stitch, and then insert the hook back into the next stitch, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So you'll repeat this front post half double crochet into the top 2 loops only 7 more times for a total of 8 front post half double crochet top 2 loops. Here I am on my 8th stitch, and next I'm going to make a partial braid V1 start stitch. So you'll wrap your yarn around once, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through only 2 loops, and then wrap your yarn twice and skip the next stitch and insert into the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then half double crochet into the stitch that was just skipped, making sure to go behind that treble crochet. Then we'll make a partial braid V1 stitch. We'll start with a half double crochet into the stitch that was just made with the treble crochet, and then treble crochet together with it into the second stitch, skipping the one in the middle. And then finally for this same stitch, you'll do a half double crochet into the stitch that was just made, making sure to go behind the treble crochet. So we'll repeat this particular stitch called a partial braid V1 stitch 4 more times. So you should have a total of 6 slanted partial braid V1 stitches at the end of this row. Here I'm finishing my last stitch, making my half double crochet into the stitch that was just skipped, and then half double crochet in the stitch with the treble crochet stitch, and then finally half double crochet into the very last stitch. For row 3, you'll turn your work, chain 1, half double crochet in the very first stitch, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then wrap around twice. Then insert your hook into the treble crochet from below, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull all 3 loops. And then half double crochet into the stitch that was just skipped, which is in between the half double crochet and treble crochet 2 together. One more time, we're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, and make a half double crochet together with the treble crochet into the treble crochet from the row below. And then finally end this special stitch with a half double crochet into the stitch that was just skipped, making sure to go in front of the treble crochet. As you can see right here, there's a stitch that just skipped between the half double crochet and the treble crochet. And then we'll repeat that for 4 more times, so you'll have a total of 6 of the slanted partial braid V-stitch 2. Here I am at my 6th partial braid V-stitch 2, and I'm just making my half double crochet into the skip stitch. Then you'll make a half double crochet into the next stitch. Then make 7 front post half double crochet in the top 2 loops only. Here I'm finishing up my 7th front post half double crochet in the top 2 loops. And then in the very last stitch, make a half double crochet. For row 4, turn your work, chain 1, and then make 8 front post half double crochet in the top 2 loops only. Here I am at my 8th stitch. As you can see, that's the stitch we just made. We're gonna go right into this one and make a half double crochet in that stitch. And then we're gonna make half double crochet into each of the stitches all the way to the end of this row. And there should be a total of 14 half double crochets. Here I am at my last half double crochet, and I'm going to turn my work. And we'll chain 1 and then half double crochet into each stitch for a total of 14 stitches. Here I am in my 14th half double crochet. Then I'm going to make 7 front post half double crochet into the top 2 loops only. And then half double crochet into the very last stitch. For rows 6 through row 44, you'll repeat row 2 to row 5. Once you reach row 44, and on the right side of the project, there should be a total of 11 rows of braids. And as you can see here, I have my panel that's completed with 44 rows and with the project sitting upright, and you have 11 rows of braids. So next here, I'm just going to turn my project outside in, and I'm going to begin seaming the shorter side of the panel here to close the beanie. Insert your hook into the very first stitch for both of the panels here, and then loop the working yarn and pull it through under both of those stitches. Chain 1, and then you'll slip stitch into each of the next stitches through both of the panels to seam the side of the beanie together here. So you do that all the way to the end of the edge of the beanie. So here I am at the end, then yarn over, and then get your scissor and cut off the working yarn and pull through to secure. Now I'm going to turn the beanie the right side out, and now I'm going to turn the beanie on its back, and I'm going to attach a working yarn to the loose yarn at the top of the beanie here, so that I can make my 2 rounds to close the top of the beanie. So to start that, as you can see here, this is a seaming area. Right next to the left is the first row. I'm just going to yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. And then what I'm going to do is half double crochet 2 together that very first row with the stitch in between the special stitch, so in between the V's. And then I'm going to half double crochet 2 together the next 2 rows. And then I'm going to half double crochet 2 together the next space between the V-stitch with the next row 2 together. And then half double crochet into the next row together with the in between the V space again. And you'll want to repeat that all the way to the end. So here I just finished my last half crochet 2 together, and I'm going to slip stitch into that very first stitch created in the round, and then I'm going to chain 1 and then half double crochet 2 together into each of the next 2 stitches. So half double crochet 2 together into the next 2 stitches all the way to the end of this round. And finally, here at the end of the round, I'm going to slip stitch into the very first stitch of this second round and then yarn over. And I'm going to leave about maybe 6 to 8 inches and cut off the yarn and pull through to secure. I'm going to attach my yarn needle here and kind of weave my yarn needle through each of the stitches all the way around each of the stitches so that I can cinch the top of the beanie here to close the beanie. After cinching the top of the beanie here, I'm going to go back into the middle here and kind of make a couple of knots just to secure here. And then finally, I'm going to get my pom-pom and get the elastic part with the loop here and just going to double knot the elastic so that it's a little bit shorter, so that when I attach the pom-pom to the top of the beanie, then the pom-pom isn't so loose. And as you can see, it is kind of a struggle because the elastic is not very long, but I want to do that 2 times so that this is very short. So it gets a little tricky, so I'm just going to grab my yarn needle and then loop it through the tiny little loop that is left, and then insert the needle back into the very middle or at the top of the beanie and secure that pom-pom to the top of the beanie. Here on the inside, I'm going to just knot a couple of times here to secure it and then reinsert the needle back up through the top outside of the beanie and go through the loop of the elastic again. So I did that a couple times just to make sure that I have the pom-pom attached to the top of the beanie, and doing that just 2 times or 3 times is enough. Then you want to insert your needle back into the inside of the beanie and make sure to secure the inside. And then get your yarn and cut off the loose end as close as you can to the knot. Here I am sewing in my loose end for the edge of the hat. And I like to sew that loose in the inside of the beanie so that they don't see the extra loose stuff here. And then finally just cut off the extra loose end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please check out my girl size beanie, the same exact pattern. Thanks for watching my video. Comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.